Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Lil Durk and we're going to be talking about Memo600. Now, there's been a lot of controversy on social media in regards to these two artists, right? Now, obviously, Lil Durk is at the top of the hip-hop game right now. He's killing it in rap. And then you had Memo600, who was originally one of his artists, and now we don't even know the status of that, man. Memo was one of the standout performances on Loyal Bros, which was pretty much an OTF compilation. But it seems like ever since things have been going kind of crazy in Chicago, Memo600 and Lil Durk have split ways. Now, I don't know if this is for fact or this is for certain, but there definitely has been some changes in Memo600's appearance on social media. You don't see him posting out that OTF chain no more. You don't see a lot of things that you used to see. You don't even see him around Durk anymore, you know what I mean? But today, we're going to talk about both of them on social media and why the fans think that they are sneak dissing each other on the low. Now, Durk put out a couple of tweets that are interesting, and so did Memo600. And obviously, they both are aiming shots at somebody, but I'm not sure if they're aiming shots at each other. Now, before we get to these posts and we talk about this whole situation, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, I have to say this. Jay-Z used to have a song called It Was All Good just a week ago. And it talks about how fast things can change over a week. And with this FBG Duck case, this RICO case with Oblock, we definitely see that in its full fruition in this situation, right? Now, to be real, I think that, man, Lil Durk is probably just distanced himself from that whole situation. He's continuing to win. A lot of big news that came out this week as far as him and Lil Baby's tour, and he's on fire. But one of his artists, Memo600 or Memo from 600, however you want to chop it, man, it seems like they've both been posting opposite opinions on social media. Now, a lot of fans are taking this and saying that they dissing each other. And a lot of fans are saying that they got an issue. And maybe this has nothing to do with the Oblock situation. But anyways, it looks like they are putting a message out there. Now, from Durk's perspective, he's on such a big scale, you don't know where it's coming from. But when Memo put out this post right here that I'm about to go over just a couple of days ago, man, it seemed to light a fire between the internet and what's really going on in their relationship as far as people on the outside think, man. So Memo said this right here. Now in this post, he said, "Never in my life been a follower or been on no fan stuff. I respect cats, prosper, that is all." Now, if you're really looking at this from a positive lens, you would say, okay, Memo is basically saying that he's never been a follower and never been no fan. And, you know, it's all due respect and prosper. So if this was aimed at Lil Durk without even saying Lil Durk's name, it seems like he's, you know, basically ending the relationship or the situation that they've got on a positive note, man, because he says prosper, that's all. You know what I mean? And to be real, a lot of people took this and ran with it, man. Memo even made some changes on social media where you see him rocking his OTF chain a lot less. You see him associating with people in Durk's circle a lot less. So you don't know really where this is, man. Maybe he's trying to be positive, or maybe he's just putting it out there like, hey, man, I don't want to be on no fan stuff, so I'm not going to run up behind you. We're just going to have to, you know, end things like this. Now, what's crazy is Lil Durk followed up and made a post a couple of days later saying this. He said, "Nothing or nobody is guaranteed in life." And ... Just leaving it as an open statement. Basically saying that nothing and nobody is guaranteed in life. Letting it be known that not everybody's going to be there for you forever. And you shouldn't even expect people to be there for you forever. You know what I mean? It's not possible, man. We all got a limited time here. We all got our own responsibility, and we all got to get to the bag on our own. And more recently, Lil Durk put out a post that said this. It said, "I hate when the ones you love down talk you to look good for a couple of tweets and a couple of likes. Get you some money, Lil One." Now, a lot of people are taking this to believe that he is talking about Memo and other group or other people throughout OTF who he might have fallen out with or went separate ways with. And him letting them know that, you know, he sees those posts on social media and he's upset and hurt that the fact that they're going to social media to down talk him just for a couple of likes and a couple of retweets, and they need to go get him some money. Now, that's some sneak dissing for real. Like, no matter who he's talking about here, because let's be fair, we don't know if he's talking about Memo or not. But whoever he is talking about here, they're obviously close enough for him to pay attention, and it's obviously somebody that he's got an issue with for talking, and they need to get their bag up, according to him, right? Now, it didn't end there, because Memo had a couple of things to say on his own. He said this. Memo said, half of these cats worried about what the next man think of them. I think all you cats police, with the whole red exclamation points after it. Just letting it be known that he's not worried about what the next person thinks of him. And a lot of these cats are out here thinking about what the next person thinks of their status, their situation out here. Now, I might be reading into that too much, but this seems like a shot at somebody as well. So I'm not sure if he's talking about Durk here, so let's be fair about that. But he's definitely talking about somebody. And they're both out here sneak dissing. It doesn't mean that they're sneak dissing each other, but there's obviously some situations out here that they trying to iron out on social media. Now, it didn't end there. There was another post by Durk recently that said this. No phones. I ain't been having no phone. I'm all the way locked in. So letting people know that he hasn't even had a phone for a little while. So I know that's a little contradictory to the point that he might be dissing somebody off of what they said on social media. Because if he didn't have his phone, he wouldn't even be able to see those tweets that people are putting out there. Now, maybe he means he's putting his phones away now because he's about to get back on album mode. There are rumors out there that Lil Durk might be coming out with another album, which I know the streets are waiting for. They can't wait to hear what he's got to say, and they're hoping he talks about current events and the situations that are going down as much as he can. You know what I mean? Now, he also ended it, or his most recent tweet was this right here. Now, Durk said this. He said, "Thank you and appreciate you for everything you ever done for me." Now, I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic here or he's actually being sincere in what he's saying here. Like, it might be a hidden message to people who are close to him, who he's just letting know that, hey, man, he appreciates them and, you know, he's got a lot of love for them and respect for them. Now, this thing with Memo, I'm not too sure of, man. They haven't said any names, so you don't know, but there definitely seems like there's some type of situation or some type of separation. And it seems like for Memo, he's just been online promoting his newest music. He's been putting songs up, teasing the fans with it, and Lil Durk just celebrated his birthday yesterday, and it looks like he had a party or whatnot, and everybody was giving him shout outs on social media. So it looks like they might just be in two different spaces and maybe need to get together and talk about the situation, whatever it may be. Because, you know, you don't invest in an artist, you don't invest in their craft and build them up for nothing. And maybe they are at a point where they just got to separate ways because Durk is off to bigger and better things. But Durk has steadily been on this rise for a while, and it seems like Memo and the rest of the cats that have been featured on his albums and mixtapes and songs might be ready to branch out and do their own thing now in the rap game. Now, what do you guys think about this, man? Do you think that Lil Durk and Memo actually have an issue? Or do you feel like Lil Durk and Memo600, maybe, you know, what was binding them together is now destroyed by all the recent events? Or is there a reason for them to start separating because Durk is on a whole nother wave? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.